This was the time I ripped up all my occult books and threw out all my journals. When I was about 13, 14 years old, I started getting into the occult. I mean, I even got to the point, I remember very young, that I covered my bedroom in all white sheets, and I cut out an upside down cross and put it behind a sheet over the window, so when the light came in, I would see this upside down cross. I was always attracted to it, the occult, and yeah, I kind of lived my life with that, but it was like I had no rules. I was doing a lot of drugs and partying and doing all that good stuff. When I started getting older, I picked up, obviously, I think the first book was the Satanic Bible. I think everybody had this book, or everyone that was a little bit into the occult. And then I picked up the Necronomicon, and I know a lot of people think this book is full of shit, but I do think there's power in this book, and I've been through it a couple times. I was doing journals, and I had sigils with no names, but I had a lot of sigils that would come to me, and it would come to me even in my sleep, and I would roll over and I would write it down and go back to sleep. I mean, I used that a lot. I had a lot of Aleister Crowley books, stole from the library, because the library was a great resource to steal occult books at the time. Like, not anymore. I mean, they usually hide them, or they just don't exist in the library. Anyways, I was about 20 years old, and I was going through a lot of shit. I had a friend that passed on. I was in a dark place. I also think I lost my apartment at the same time. I know I was at my parents' house. Anyways, it was late at night, and I just didn't want to fucking go on anymore. I just wanted to end my life. So they were sleeping. It was late. It's about 1 o'clock, and I took about 30 sleeping pills, and I drank a bottle of Jack Daniels. What I'm going to tell you, you're going to obviously say that it was all the sleeping pills, but let's just say what I experienced was a fucking rainbows and fucking clowns and light and this beautiful fucking atmosphere. It was very dark, and that's what I'm going to share with you. As I laid there, it was about 2:30. It was going on about 3 o'clock, I would assume. And the first thing, I was laying there on my couch downstairs in my parents' house, and I heard a voice in the back, and it said, "You're almost there," just like that. And I remember turning. It was so fucking strong, and it was so powerful, this voice. And I looked around. I was like, "Almost there. Where the fuck am I going?" And I also recall talking to a snake that was up on the couch. It was like a human head with a snake. And I actually tried to look into this, and like till this day I'm looking into this and trying to figure out what the fuck this snake was. I had a full conversation with it. And remember, these are details that I'm trying to remember from when I was like 20, and that's almost 25 years ago. So when this happened to me, you have to remember, I carried this story. It was so fucking powerful and so real for me. I've done LSD, I've done mushrooms. There's nothing like this story for me. And these are my experiences, and this was real for me. And anyway, so I sat up, and there's people in my parents' house, and like it was just crazy. Like all the detail I was seeing, it was just insane. And this one person pulls up a chair and sits right in front of me and starts asking me, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? What's going on? Like, you don't have to end your life. And this person was somebody that a long time ago, I did wrong to them. I don't know what I did, but I felt bad about it. Anyways, this person's in front of me and saying all these positive things. I'm noticing this gentleman, leather jacket and sunglasses, and he's at the top stairs. And every 5 minutes I would look up to see if he's there. He's getting closer and closer. And to the point he got at the end of the bar, and he was just sitting there staring at me. And when I looked at him, I had to find strength to look at this person, because it just, when I would glance at him, it scared the fuck out of me. It just had this overwhelming, scary fucking feeling. And I thought, if this fucker gets any closer to me, that I'm gone. With all the voices I was hearing, with all the dark whispering, I kind of knew that I wasn't going in a good fucking place. I was scared shitless. It scared the fuck out of me. So I fought to get off the couch. And as I started walking towards the stairs, I was walking through these spirits, these ghosts, going the opposite way. Figure, if I go this way, I'm gonna die. If I go through the ghosts, I'm gonna live, like fighting to go upstairs. And as I'm looking at all these spirits, and they're all from different ages. I mean, I'm looking at Vikings, I'm looking at crazy hats, 1820s, 1700s, Indians, all in detail. I mean, the detail was crazy. Like, I remembered it for years upon this happened to me. I mean, like 5 years later, I still remember the detail. And I hit the stairs. I finally made it through all these spirits, and I crawled all the way upstairs. And I knocked on my dad's door, and I opened it up, and I told him, I said, Dad, I took 30 sleeping pills. I'm gonna need your help. I think I'm gonna have to go to the hospital. And all I heard was, go to bed, Joe, nothing's wrong with you. And I expected that from my dad, because the shit I was putting him through, like stealing shit from him. I was just a bad kid. And he probably thought I'm just searching for attention, but the truth was I had about 30 sleeping pills in me. I made it to the kitchen table, and I laid there and I fought. I really fought to stay up. And after the pills left me, this overwhelming tiredness left me, I went to bed, got up the next day, and I was so fucking scared of what was gonna happen to me and what I was dabbling in, that I took all my books, I fucking threw them out. I ripped up all my journals and I threw them out. Through my life, I became a hardcore junkie, got off drugs, went into AA, went into the church, became a Christian, got baptized, and 3 years ago, I walked back into the occult to go in with no fear, to complete my journey. This was my story.